And as soon as you do that and players come against you, it's then considered an obstruction. So again, another unforced error, timing, not getting it right, maybe a lapse in focus, perhaps a bit of nerves.
Gideon van der Merwe, the man with the Popeye arms.
Big moment for Jean Nel as well, putting up his hand to try and get a few games in the EPCR.
Lelewasa, another man that adds considerable experience to this full side. Lelewasa, Fury, the Gary Owen. It's a great take out of the air from Michael Anis. He's grown in leaps and bounds in 24. Fury, deft little offload to the marauding Schalk Ferreira. Corner Fury loses it forward, and an opportunity now for the Force. Great offload. Space out wide for Matt Greeley. It's good play. Stay inside the field. De Crespigny. Bury takes it to the line. Good hit. Penalty to the Cheetahs. Great work at the breakdown.
All smiles in the stands as well was Friedel Olivier, a player who's, since his injury, looking for as much game time as he can get. Came off the bench in the Currie Cup a few times towards the end of the season.
Wenzel gets it into touch. Faji, the Cheetahs play 3 matches in this Toyota Challenge. All in all, 900,000 rand up for grabs for them. Great hit by Robert Hunt.
He's been one of the revelations of the season, Robert Hunt. Definitely Friedel Olivier will be so important for them as well in the EPCR. Remember, they made it to the knockout stages. The round of 16, they were knocked out, made it to the semi-final this year. Carling Currie Cup champions last year. So they'll be so keen to have a good EPCR.
Houston now into the hands of Gideon van der Merwe. Goes crashing over the advantage line. Wenzel recollects. Munir Hartzenberg, he's so dangerous. And there goes the former Munnenberg Ranger. Munir Hartzenberg. Van der Merwe. The little show and go. Gideon van der Merwe. Popeye's had his spinach tonight. And he crosses the whitewash.
Yeah, they're up for it. And that's great to see. Disappointing Carling Currie Cup. A few unforced errors, and this is how to respond. Runs a nice little arcing line, use the fend beautifully, keeps the ball in the right arm, and you won't stop him that close. Gideon van der Merwe.
He was schooled in Potchefstroom, went to the Northwest University, played Varsity Cup for the Northwest University Eagles. But it's here at the Toyota Cheetahs that he's become a hero.
Yeah, he's down, I'm down.
Schalk Wenzel. Struck it well, flags are raised. The man from Centurion Hoërskool in Pretoria. But the gap made and forced by Gideon van der Merwe. It's all in the arms. Fury goes deep. Friedel Olivier, he'll take some stopping. All 117 kgs of him. Plenty of time for Ethan Wenzel. That's a good clearance. Spoke with Frans Steyn ahead of the game. said that's the one area that they're really working on with Ethan Wenzel, is the kicking out of hand.
Not much to work on with Ethan Wenzel. Youngster's good.
Bury gets it away to Sio Tompkinson, who sets the target. Penalty advantage as Opa Mahorje gets run over. Lelewasa. Now there was penalty advantage to the Western Force. Will Harris makes his return after his stint in the sin bin. Shot at goal, showing a lot of respect for the Toyota Cheetahs. It's Max Bury. Interesting fudge. Max Bury. He joined the force while flying in from Sydney, where he was playing club rugby. Grew up 246 kilometres west of Canberra. And Wagga Wagga. 3 points he adds to the tally. And it's the Force who take a 10-7 lead. Looks like a replay from Ethan Wenzel onto Reed Prinsep, the Force captain. Runs diagonally. Lelewasa. That was good pressure from Cole Wagner. A fine clearance from Isaac finds Lelewasa.
Ethan Wenzel will want to make his kicks a little more contestable on the captain Reed Prinsep. He's getting it nice up against the touchline, but just not enough airtime. So it's allowing Western Force to get a decent exit, and they have to build now from the 10-meter line.
Cheetahs back line, lying nice and deep. Six Shimlas and a Marty. Once again, it's Sam Carter really disrupting the Toyota Cheetahs. Wagner takes it to the line. Opa Mahorje on the short angle, gets his offload away. Yandre Nel fighting for every inch, as he always does. Wenzel, a lot of depth for the Cheetahs backline. Hudsenberg. Oh, great counteract by the Western Force. Nel forced off the ball. Lelewasa kicks forward again. Great play from Ethan Wenzel. Didn't find touch. An opportunity for the Force on the counter.
Yeah, that's just excellent play, though. The evasive skills and then chasing his kick and making the tackle outside the 22. Top notch from the young number 10.
Forward exchanges have been very tough. Gideon van der Merwe, he had all the rights to it, but Lelewasa doing well. Just look at the strength of Gideon van der Merwe. No knees on the ground for Lelewasa. It's going to be turnover. The flankers in union, van der Merwe and Mahorje.
Yeah, well, when you've got your number 10 making decisions the way he is, covering play, he was between a rock and a hard place, collecting that Lelewasa grabber through. But he was able to not only exit, chase his kick, make that tackle, take the pressure outside of the Toyota Cheetahs, off of the Toyota Cheetahs and outside of their 22.
Fudge, although this is springtime rugby in the City of Roses, and it's no competition time. Yes, the Toyota Challenge, what an initiative, but it's not part of a 3 or 4 or 5 month competition. This Toyota Challenge is so important for the Cheetahs. They want to prove to everybody that they deserve to be playing against international opposition. And a game like this, as you see the school kids in at the Toyota Stadium, is just so important to prove just that point.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think it's a fantastic opportunity to play against some opposition we don't usually see. Emerging Island, it's a rare occasion that we get to see them come through here. Once a year during this Toyota Challenge we do. Western Force, another one. How often do we get to see some of the Southern Hemisphere clubs playing down in the Pacific Islands? Not often. It's always tightly contested, much to the delight of the fans in the stands here in Bloemfontein. Also, to a lot of the players, the cohesion they get, the opportunity to develop their rugby against decent opposition, different opposition to what they're used to. Fantastic. They would have enjoyed some safaris in the Toyota Land Cruiser, Toyota Hilux. So much to enjoy around Bloemfontein. Great opportunity for all the teams who have visited from abroad.
Fudgy will be driving out with a brand new Toyota later tonight. He's only qualifying for the Starlet. Well, what a scrum that is by the Toyota Cheetahs. Schalk Ferreira and company destroying the Western Force. My, that's a good sight for Coach Isak van der Westhuizen, is it?
Yeah, 40 years old, Schalk Ferreira. You look at his technique, his shape, and the way he's able to just hold on to that throughout the process of the scrummage, especially when the power is coming. It takes patience, but also true grit to be able to hold on to your bind, especially when the pain and the pressure starts to come. But Robert Hunt, for me, the tight head, excellent work, especially when working with an experienced loose head like Schalk Ferreira.
It's got to be mentioned, Robert Hunt played his junior rugby at the Bulls, never really got going, the UCT Tiger, and then moved on to the Toyota Cheetahs, and as it happens in Bloemfontein, perhaps a star has been born.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. You just have to keep playing, keep believing in your processes, keep going to the gym, and you never know. It might be a player, it might be a coach, but perhaps another union, you find exactly what you're talking about, that gem.
Overthrown by Corne Fourie at line-out time. Harry Potter with the right boot. Oh, this can be danger. Michael Annis, look at these feet. Hartzenberg on the inside. Penalty to the Cheetahs. Kick on Michael Annis at your own peril. If you're going to give him space from the back, he's going to destroy you, Mtunzi.
Yeah, another one of those youngsters, debut season for senior rugby for him. If he starts to the Currie Cup, did really well towards the end. And it's good to see he's going from strength to strength. And of course, being an outside back now, especially in the back three, high ball is going to be one of those skills you want to perfect. How good has Meneer Hartzenberg been? Jean now under pressure, protects the ball as always. It's great to see the intent as well. Meneer Hartzenberg keeps working. His captain is there. Victor Sekekete, they get the penalty.
Six-man lineup. Tap back for the Cheetahs, untidily so. Yandre now tidies it up. Smiley, as he's affectionately known. It's a good little foray forward by the Cheetahs pack. In over the ball is Nick Dolly. Ben Whitehouse says he was playing it advantage. Nick Dolly had all the rights. Yandre now, his trail running and support lines, absolutely wonderful. Always looks to keep play going. Quick tap. Space on the outside. Oh, is that cynical? No, it's obstruction. Obstructive running in the back division for the Toyota Cheetahs.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be cynical anyways. He did knock it backwards. The most famous knockback of all time happens to be Eben Etzebeth, our all-time most capped South African rugby player. What an incredible record he broke just this past weekend.
And he's also the eerste beste pel of the Springbok captain, Siamthanda Kolisi.
Yeah, well, here's that tap back. There's nothing wrong there, but there is something wrong with the obstruction line coming in. So again, unable to convert that pressure into points, the Toyota Cheetahs.
Force looking to build from deep again. Lelewasa on the short side. Another pass flung back to the inside. It's lost forward by the Force. Lots of mistakes in the opening 25. Remember, there's 300k up for grabs, 25,000 Aussie dollars.
They'll remember that in the last 10 minutes. Don't you worry, Johan. But you mentioned lots of mistakes. I think that's what the Toyota Cheetahs are doing very well here. They're keeping Western Force in their own half. When they do make those mistakes, they get frustrated and they want to play out of their own half. It then equals a very big opportunity for the Toyota Cheetahs to reapply that pressure.
Just a little interesting side note. Asanda Kunene, he's playing in number 14, but out on the left wing. Lita Nkula in 11, playing out on the right wing for the Cheetahs. Might just be a little bit of superstition by one of them. It's another mess at scrum time. Ben Whitehouse, very patient.
Yeah, I think you have to be. You know, it's a proper battle happening between the two front rows. Skalk Ferreira is totally dominating the tight head. Tau Kaikipulu is getting underneath him. His body shape is just perfect. And even if they get the engage Western Force, he's able to take that pressure, wait for the secondary pressure to come from his locks and his flankers, and then because he's getting underneath the tight head of Western Force, he's then able to allow that pressure to come through. Great scrummaging, Skalk Ferreira.
Played SA Schools in 2002, Skalk Ferreira, 22 years ago. Great platform for the Toyota Cheetahs. Ustanel receives now a long ball. Kunene. It's a big hit by Justin Landman. Building up a good head of steam. Friedel Willefear. Now, oh, that's a big hit in midfield on Corne Fourie. No, he was on his knees when he played that, surely. Ben Whitehouse says play can continue. Marley Pierce it was with a turnover. Kunene in trouble. Can he find an offload? No.
Great work, Gideon van der Merwe, to seal off. Proper strength shown there. He was under pressure from some counter-ruckers.
Michael Honey's looking for a way through where there was none. Carl Wagner trying to set up a platform for a kick here, the Cheetahs, but they're getting themselves into trouble. Great work at rack time by the Western Force. Lelewasa takes it quickly and make a mess of it. They do retain possession though, the Western Force. Willefear trying to get hands on the ball, but he didn't carry his own body weight, did Friedel Willefear. Well, the Cheetahs players down, it looks like Carl Wagner.
Needed to have a little more composure under pressure. Gideon van der Merwe did some great work to get back, support Asanda Kunene, who's been diving all over the place in the just about 30 minutes we've had in this first half of the Toyota Challenge. And then Michael Anis with that pick and go. I think it's totally unnecessary that. You've already got the ball back. Get into your shape, allow the forwards to create their pod, and then you can look to exit.
Young and old here at the Toyota Stadium, already dressed in orange. Harry Potter it was, who got everything going with the first try for the Western Force.
Great little chip over the top from their fly-off Biri. And I just love how the Toyota Cheetahs were able to respond, giving Gideon van der Merwe options inside and outside. It allows the Toyota Cheetahs to keep going forward, and it forces the Western Force to be flat-footed. That's what you cannot be when taking on Gideon van der Merwe. It's a powerhouse.
Catching the vibe here at the Toyota Stadium. That's a gentleman from Eyer Hart Hostel of Central Woordschool here in Bloemfontein. A few great college boys in the house as well, as you would expect.
Watching in anticipation. Remember, in the EPCR, no home games. They'll be playing out of Amsterdam in Holland.
Their very first game will be in Amsterdam against Perpignan. Uncontested take for the Western Force. They immediately set up rolling maul. And a well-drilled unit, this pack of forwards from the Western Force. Corne Fourie. Did he come through the middle? No, it's penalty advantage. Lele Wasa wanted to take, but there's still momentum, and they cross the whitewash. And Ben Whitehouse nowhere near in position. He's going to have to ask his assistant. It's Tiaan Engelbrecht. Try is awarded. Tiaan Engelbrecht says he had a clear sighting of that ball being grounded. And it's the Force who score their second try through Nick Dolly.
It's a pity, that one as well, for the Toyota Cheetahs. It looked like initially nice low body position, very courageous. All in. Every single player in the forward pack, and they stopped any initial momentum from Western Force, but good patience shown by not just the Western Force but the referee as well. It was shifting towards the side, a little bit unorganized, a little bit frantic at stages, but great patience shown by Dolly as well, just to hold on and put it down.
Conversion missed by Max Bury. Nick Dolly, the man who scored for the Western Force. Their second try as they lead the Toyota Cheetahs by 15 points to 7. Just too much power, Fudge.
Yeah, especially the tight five at the front. They go to battle, they go toe-to-toe, and they get the better of the Toyota Cheetahs tight five.
Reed Prinsep collects from the kickoff, the 10-time Maori All Black. Played for the Hurricanes in Super Rugby. Now the captain of the Western Force. Side playing out of Perth in Australia. The Exeter player's been really good from the kickoff, with Prinsep bashing it up, and then Lele Wasa taking the safety first option.
You know, when your scrum half can exit like that consistently, what it does, it takes a lot of pressure off of the forward pack instead of having to build some phases with the pods to increase the angle.
Mohoje used again at line-out time. Ustanel. Asanda Kunene looking for some work over on the far side. Nell. Anis. Oh, he's got feet of flames, Michael Anis. Good angle by Victor Sekikete as he manages to hold on. Hunt to Ustanel. Hartzenberg gets forward. Out of the hands of Junior Hartzenberg. Michael Anis and Sio Tompkinson just exchanging pleasantries.
That's a great defensive read by the right winger, Justin Landman, to make that tackle. Good shape on shape on the Toyota Cheetahs. Options behind the front attacking line. It can be so dangerous. It's very important for one of the defenders to make a good read when the ball is passed behind the back of the deceptive runners in the front. So important to catch whoever the ball carrier is, ball and all, so he can't shift it off to a player in space. Landman's done that very well, but now it's time for some rumble in the jungle. Scout Ferreira seems to be getting the better of the Western Force tight head. We've got front row seats once more.
He's got the wood over him as he buckles. Little Shango from Bury. He holds on that second too long. Lele Wassa. Oh, charging on is Josh Thompson. Collected well by Lele Wassa. Bury with a little dink. Michael Annis lost it forward. Head and hand stuff for Lawrence Victor. He can't take it no more.
Yeah, good rugby, Western Force. What they're doing really well here is controlling pressure by putting the ball into space, forcing the back three to cover, make sure that the sweepers are in place. You never know where the oval ball will bounce, so if your kick chase is good, like it was there for the Western Force, it makes things very difficult for Michael Annis and co.
Still awaiting that moment of the match. 5,000 Rand up for grabs for the Toyota moment of the match. It can be to a single player, it can be shared by more than one player. We've had a couple of moments already. The opening score by Harry Potter, big moment in the game. That try from Gideon van der Merwe. Tompkinson takes it up, but nice and short. Lelewasa, Will Harris thunders into the contact. Another penalty advantage. The discipline of the Cheetahs costing them here. Josh Thompson. Nick Dolly, great offload. Straight angle pick by Harry Potter. Beautiful hands to the outside. Landman. He's still part of the Western Force Academy as Landman. The Fortescue Academy. It's Ben Whitehouse. Says no advantage. Ustanel, that's not a team warning, that's a warning to Ustanel saying, listen, that's 2 mistakes in a minute. If you concede another penalty, you're going to go and rest, mate.
Have to hold on here now. Just over 3 minutes left of this first half. The Toyota Cheetahs defending their line. They've been able to sort of stop the initial momentum that Western Force get with their ball. Well, they come with the same plan with this one, the Toyota Cheetahs.
Once again, they try and set the rolling ball. Will Nick Dolly be the beneficiary of another try? They've scored 2. Sekikete, he's got the knee on the ground. Victor Sekikete hanging on for dear life. Oh, that was a great offload. Stupendous stuff. Harry Potter well on his way to another hat-trick in the Toyota Stadium. He scores his brace, and the Cheetahs in trouble in Bloemfontein.
This is just excellent work. Held in all the forwards there. It's a lovely low tackle by Ustanel, but he's sucked in Meneer Hartzenberg, and that allows for the around-the-body one-handed pass. What a lovely level of skill. This is the dummy, and then halfway falling to the ground. It's excellent to Harry Potter.
I'll tell you what, if the match finishes right now, that's my moment of the match. That little round-the-back offload is worth more than just 5K.
Yeah, it's good stuff from the centers of Western Force. All the hard work started with the forwards.
Conversion kick by Max Bury. And all of a sudden, it's a 15-point lead for the Western Force. Just less than 4 minutes, or just less than 2 minutes, rather, to go in this first half.
Yeah, discipline and unforced errors really stifling any efforts to try and get some rhythm and momentum for the Toyota Cheetahs. R300,000 up for grabs
for victory in this Toyota Challenge match. Harry Potter, man who was born in London, moved to Melbourne as a teenager. Scored a hat-trick in their previous visit, scored a brace already tonight as the Cheetahs concede yet again.
Yeah, and this time it's just allowing Western Force, after scoring points, an opportunity to get out of their 22 and reapply some pressure. Not easy, the job of a captain. We need to refocus. Everybody needs to get back onto the same page, make sure the kickoff is accurate, the kicking chase lines are good. Our defensive plan is not to give away any penalties, make sure that we can regain possession and play a little bit of rugby with ball in hand ourselves.
Bury, he's been really good, the fly-off for the Force. Great throw by Nick Dolly. Bury into the waiting arms of Sanda Kunene. What can he offer on the counter? He gets driven back by Reed Prinsep. Michael Annis gets carried away from the breakdown. And another turnover. That's going to be another penalty. This time against Corne Fourie. He's going to pay the price for his team's ill discipline as he goes and takes a breather right on the stroke of half-time. Unfortunately, the 10 minutes of half-time doesn't count. Would have been good timing if it did.
What I want to know is, will he be allowed in the cloaks for a banana and an energy?
You might have to go old school, get half an orange and a cup of water.
The cornerstone, Corne Fourie. I think that just pretty much summarizes the first half for the Toyota Cheetahs. Frustrations, their own worst. Keyword, game management.
Max Bury, he's had a very satisfying. To 7.
The new Hilux GR Sport. Legendary toughness meets ultimate performance.
Let's go!
Broadcast proudly brought to you by MTN.
This October on Supersport.
Strikes a crucial blow.
Get ready to be bowled over by the ICC Women's T20 World Cup in the UAE.
Oh, my word! Oh, he's won it!
Local rivalries reach fever pitch in the Carling Black Label Cup round of 16.
It's all eyes to the lights and foot to the floor as we go racing.
Feast on a Formula One doubleheader with back-to-back action in the USA and Mexico.
Elliot goes for goal, and he hits the back of the net.
El Clasico promises to serve up a sensational Spanish showdown.
Kyle Saka! To Salah! Liverpool are running away with it again!
The Reds travel down south to take on the Gunners.
Unbelievable!
Only on your World of Champions.
The new Hilux GR Sport. Legendary toughness meets ultimate performance.
.40 minutes to go at the Toyota Stadium in Bloemfontein. It is the visitors, the Western Force, who lead the first game of the Toyota Challenge by 25 points to 7 at half-time. It was Bonnie Tyler who famously sang, "I'm holding out for a hero," and this Cheetahs fans at the Toyota Stadium, are they holding out for a hero in the second half? Fudge my beta.
Look, I think there are a lot of transitions happening here for the Toyota Cheetahs. New coaching staff with Hafiz Fourie leaving at the end of last year. A new CEO in Frans Steyn. What a CEO to have as well, being the Toyota Cheetahs. What a homecoming for one of South Africa's favorite rugby players. And also suffering a lot of injuries as well. So this is a very important spring series for them, the Toyota Challenge, to make sure that they bleed in some new players, and they also can see some of the experienced players like Schalk Ferreira, just how good they are right now. Is their form at the level where they can play in an EPCR tournament?
Yeah, they're searching for some answers, definitely. And this series, like you say, the exact thing they need to get those answers. It's been a treat for the crowd who've made their way here on a Wednesday evening. And 7 o'clock rugby in Bloemfontein, and weather like this, what an absolute pleasure to be here. The Toyota Challenge, it's unique, it's spicy, it's interesting. 300k up for grabs for the winner of this game. 18-point deficit. That young man is dressed for the occasion. He's still got school tomorrow. You better get some rest later on.
So many prizes as well for the fans, of course. The legendary fan out here, if they come to every single game, they're able to win 10,000 big ones.
Yeah, Ignis Lemmer there for a moment in picture. The master in charge of sport at Grey College Primary, Roewald van der Merwe, there in picture, former Shimla. He recently got married to the daughter of Mr. Joop Lutjens, well-known businessman here in Bloemfontein. Oh, he's on TV. What a joyous occasion. 15 years from now, he might score the winning try in this exact same stadium.
Why not? I mean, the kind of season Ethan Wenzel has had with the Toyota Cheetahs in that semi-final, scoring the first 2 tries, scoring 14 points in a Carling Currie Cup semi-final, his first ever semi-final. So many memories and so many positives as well for Isak van der Westhuizen and Frans Steyn to take from this season. But still a lot of questions to answer, like you mentioned, Johan.
Yeah, I think coming into the Currie Cup campaign, the Carling Currie Cup, of course, when they were the defending champions, beat the Pumas in 2023 by 25 points to 17 on this exact same field. You know, they got to the semi-finals after a great win in Nelspruit at the Bombela Stadium over Jimmy Stonehouse's Pumas, and they pushed the Lions all the way. A lot of people thought the Lions would win that semi-final comfortably. The Cheetahs had other ideas, so it's been a bittersweet season. They made it to the semi-finals, didn't progress. But right here, in the first game of the Toyota Challenge, their character will be tested in front of this home crowd. They trail by 18, the Forces got their tails in the air. They're playing well. Their centre pairing of Sio Tompkinson and Harry Potter is dominating the midfield. They lose forwards with Will Harris and champion de Crespigny, Reed Prinsep, the Maori All Black. They're ruling the roost as well. So how do they come back?
Yeah, there's a man we haven't seen much of, Will Harris. He was in the sin bin earlier. He's still in the sin bin. I don't think he did go to the cloaks, the cornerstone, Corne Fourie. He'll be so disappointed with himself. But you can see how well Robert Hunt is doing with Corne Fourie and Schalk Ferreira as well there in the front row.
Max Bury nearly got us underway. False start.
Toyota Cheetahs will be hoping Western Force can have a few unforced errors of their own to take advantage of in the second half, and they'll be hoping to be a little bit more accurate as well.
Bury gets us underway eventually. Building up ahead of steam was Friedel Olivier, but he runs into a cul-de-sac just inside his own 22. Now Ethan Wenzel with a right boot. Safety first on the clearance. Good territorial gain for the Western Force. They line up, functioned really nicely in that first half. Kick through now. The chase is on. Can this be the perfect start? Harry Potter wins the race against Gideon Popeye van der Merwe.
He's up for it. Gideon van der Merwe came off of his leg from that line out, landed perfectly for him, showed some good pace as well. But there's another unforced error from the Western Force.
Bury goes downtown from the goal line dropout. Another big carry by Friedel Willefeer, busting his way through, still going. The 117 kg behemoth. Jan Reynel changes direction, gets the offload away. That's fantastic stuff. Ethan Wenzel and Jan Reynel take a bow. Andre Ledoux, the Shimla's coach, will be jumping for joy. 3 Shimla players combining. First it was Nel, then Wenzel, then Annies.
Yeah, this is what Nel does so well. It's Wenzel, both of them in contact with their offloads. They've got such a high level of skill, and Michael Annies stays nice and alive on the inside, gets that final pass.
They'll be happy. Something to shout about.
They'll be happy no matter what. This is Bloemfontein and there's a rugby game happening at Toyota Stadium.
And they don't have the bills to pay. They don't have to wake up at 5 tomorrow morning. Oh, my word. What a time to be young. Wenzel misses the conversion. 25 plays 12. Perfect start though for the Cheetahs. Just look at that offload from Ethan Wenzel. Sekikete, the captain, takes him from the kickoff. He makes some meters immediately. Wenzel, long kick, not going to find touch. Chance on the counter here for the Force. Great tackle though in midfield. Hot potato stuff. Harry Potter sees space at the back. Turns the Cheetahs around and Annies has to chase back. Ethan Wenzel. Read it like last weekend Sunday Times.
I've seen quite a few of those leading to a goal line dropout.
Now that's a change in the laws over the last couple of years. You know, I must admit, I'm still getting used to it. Because you can keep the pressure on his side. It's difficult to go really deep from a goal line dropout.
Tough to get it back into the half of the attacking side. A lot of work defensively now for the Toyota Cheetahs.
Wenzel does get it into the half of the Force. Good tackle, Gideon van der Merwe. He's been all over the show. Penalty to the Cheetahs. Have they woken up at the start of the second half? What did Frans Steyn and Isak van der Westhuizen and Albert Kieris have to say over a few oranges and a cup of water?
Yeah, Toyota Cheetahs have come out firing in the second half. That's much better. Nice, focused approach. Victor Sekikete getting his word. Everyone on the same page. It's a good goal line dropout. He keeps it nice and low, allows the ball to bounce into the Western Force half, and what a kick chase that is from Gideon van der Merwe.
And it was so important that he makes that tackle because he was out there on his own, which sometimes can get you into trouble.
Yeah, well, that's what leads to the turnover being possible. He goes nice and low, make sure he makes that first hit. Attacking player falls to the ground, and it's easy pickings for anyone in the defensive line of the Toyota Cheetahs to get that turnover. They're smiling now, the Toyota Cheetahs fans.
Still trail by 13. Quick ball at the line out. Willefeer. He's been well watched. Hartzenberg. Wenzel on the loop around. Manages to get the offload away to Robert Hunt. Good play from the tight head. They're searching for those offloads now. That's the difference. Cheetahs set the target in midfield. Wenzel, little dab forward. Hartzenberg on the chase. It's well covered by Bury. Acres of space to kick it into. The 50-22 is on. Oh my word. Take a bow, Max Bury. You've got it on a string here tonight.
Excellent. Excellent surveillance of space. That's the first box he ticks. Second box he ticks is able to not just sweep and collect that little chip over the top. Junior Hartzenberg was hot onto it, but he's able to identify the space and then execute the right kick choice to get the 50-22. That's really great rugby from the number 10, Birdie.
Lelewasa gets the bounce eventually. Straight through goes Creeley. Oh, sleight of hand. Opportunity for de Crespigny. Once again, Gideon van der Merwe stops a clear-cut try. But they still go over to the Western Force. They cancel out that score by the Cheetahs. And it's Will Harris who crashes over. Hard work done by de Crespigny, his partner, and he benefits.
Yeah, champion de Crespigny, unselfish play. Make sure he protects the ball, because the next phase is when they have an even better chance of scoring. It's Asanda Kunene who needs to be calling for the fold over. It's a mismatch against him. It's Will Harris.
Very, or the simplest of conversions. Yeah, it's the extras with no fuss. And it's back to a 20-point lead for the Western Force. They lead the Toyota Cheetahs by 32 points to 12.
Yeah, great little shift of the contact point as well. Instead of going for another pick and go, they shifted to Will Harris. Asanda Kunene is in front of him. No ways he's not scoring.
Yeah, Will Harris, man from Scots College. Played for the Australian under-20s as well. But Will Harris, he's a big man wearing number 6. Wenzel goes deep. Once again, Reed Prinsep. That's a good kick chase from Asanda Kunene. Lelewasa with that educated right boot. Finds a really good touch.
Back to looking a little bit glum in the stands. I think that's the important thing about the Toyota Cheetahs, is to be able to consistently apply that pressure they did in the first 5 or so minutes of the second half, and not have any weak moments after scoring those points and that pressure, allowing Western Force an easy try.
Now feeds Wenzel. Friedel Olifia, the battering ram in midfield. Hartzenberg, nothing much on. He's taken by Will Harris. Mohoje from a standing start. He does well. Wenzel goes downtown in the middle of the field. Once again, safety first by the Western Force as the Cheetahs bring on the cavalry.
Yeah, no real kick chase coming in to put pressure on Ratu Maitavuki Kniepkens, the fullback, and he's found a decent touch because of that.
Ratu Maitavuki Kniepkens, what a surname, as Kalk Ferreira, the big man, has had his final play of the evening. It's got Ethan Wenzel there in picture. He needs to come alight in this last half an hour. Vernon Paulo onto the park alongside Enkes van Wyk. Gideon van der Merwe. Did he manage to keep control? No, he didn't. He lost it forward. It was great defense by Lelewasa.
Gideon van der Merwe will be hoping his efforts and his attitude spark something in this Toyota Cheetahs side. They do have Vernon Paulo on the field now as well. He's a powerhouse himself. Corne Ferry missed out in the first 10 minutes, won't return after his yellow card.
Yeah, he's going to have a longer rest than anticipated. Corne Ferry. Henkes van Wyk on his loose head prop. Very versatile, can play a tight head as well. That's his preferred position. And from Nailstrom, now known as Mokopane. And the disciplinary woes continue for the Toyota Cheetahs. They concede a free kick. And they just can't get any momentum here tonight.
And that's something that the captain needs to be organizing and talking about with that free kick. Second one they've given away, new front row. You can expect them to be perhaps a little over-eager.
That was a great take from Litan Kula. Oh, Ethan Wenzel, just look at the pace he puts on the ball. Munir Hartzenberg, inside, outside. Look at him go. Yandre now, go you good thing. Was that a high shot? What's the call from Ben Whitehouse? He seems to be happy with the tackle, but was that above the shoulders?
What a tackle. They'll have to look at it, but incredible courage and determination on defense. And I think it's Harry Potter again, returning from an injury, got injured in round 6 of the Super Rugby campaign in 2024 and played against Perth Gold in the warm-up game, but this is his first real big one.
I'll have to see a replay of the tackle on Yandre Null. It was a spectacular effort from Harry Potter. Wenzel, the switch play to Friedel Willefear. Absolutely no respect for his own body. Hunt. Wenzel throws it away, regathers. Now the chicken wing to Munir Hartzenberg. He's a quality runner with ball in hand is Hartzenberg. Hunt. Lost forward by Andre now. They're still feeling the effects of his effort.
Effects of being denied. An important try. Here's the build-up to it. Munir Hartzenberg, once he gets going, his decision-making and his pace is incredible. But Harry Potter, what he does really well here is he tips him onto his back just as the momentum takes him over the try line.
Don't want to harp on it. It was a shot though. Went straight over the right shoulder. That was the first contact. Shoulder area. Happens. Ben Whitehouse was right there. He made his call. He was happy with it. It was an absolutely stupendous effort. As you say, after making the tackle, he turned him on his back. Harry Potter is having some sort of a game here.
Almost got that intercept as well, Harry Potter. What I like about his defense, perhaps there is a 50-50 on a seatbelt tackle coming over the shoulder, but what he does so well is awareness of that momentum to turn him onto his back.
Penalty to the Toyota Cheetahs with 25 minutes to go. Can they light the fire here at the Toyota Stadium?
Good set. They got their spacing right this time, the Toyota Cheetahs, and it's against the Western Force for collapsing that scrum, pulling it down. Not showing Ben Whitehouse, the referee, the right picture.
Some subs for the Western Force. Tom Horton replacing Nick Dolly. Fechner takes at the front. He's played in the air. It's penalty advantage to the Toyota Cheetahs. They try and set a new maul. They're getting driven back by the Western Force. Yeah, the counter-rucking of the Western Force has put the Toyota Cheetahs under severe pressure tonight at the breakdown.
Yeah, you can see it's part of the strategy they came here with. Apply pressure at the breakdown. Can see that starting to spill over into the way that they're attacking the maul as well, but giving away a penalty there for hitting the player before he hit the ground. So they want to check their discipline, the Western Force, if they are going to attack those areas of play.
Darcy Swain wearing number 19 on the field for the Western Force. He's a 17-time capped Wallaby. Attended Brisbane Boys College to Darcy Swain. Both him and Sam Carter, former Wallaby locks. Full line up. Overthrown. Colachner couldn't collect. Good play by de Crespigny. Some miscommunication at the back for the Western Force. Is this another opportunity for the Toyota Cheetahs? Lelewasa caught by Nell. And who else but Harry Potter to come in at scrum off. Good pass. Chance for Michael Annis. Offloads to Asanda Kunene. That's a positive run by the left winger, Paolo. Good little carry by the angry Warthog. Hinkus van Wyk. Called off at the Force. Quick hands. And it's lost forward by Litan Kula. That's just symptomatic of the evening.
What a tackle, though. Harry Potter, what an evening. You want to speak of an evening. Evening Harry Potter's having. That's what happens, a player of his quality. Missing out on some very important Super Rugby games in the 2024 season, but he comes back. First big game for him, and what an impact he's having for the Western Force. Remember, 300 big ones up for grabs.
Yeah, and another 10k up for grabs for the Toyota player of the match. And I'll tell you what, in this last 22 minutes, if somebody's going to have to put in the performance of a lifetime to take it away from Harry Potter, he's been absolutely superb right now, or for the first 58 minutes, not even just right now.
That'll be surprising if he doesn't get a hat-trick, actually. It's looking like it's his kind of evening. Perfect conditions here in Bloemfontein for some running rugby. We can see already the new recruit, C.O. Tompkinson, linking up beautifully with him at inside centre.
Smiley Nell, he's departed the scene. They might be in his class, you never know. The assistant teacher at Grey College, Yandre Smiley Nell.
Some awesome stories, actually, about Smiley Nell. Something to smile and to wave about. In fact, doesn't he hold the record for most tries scored ever by a Grey College schoolboy?
He did, or he does, but that was for the Grey College third side. He never played first side in his matric year. Couple of games, one cap. He was never a regular. Same for the likes of Piet van Zyl, who became a Springbok last years. Played for the Peaches, which is the Grey College third side. Van Zyl did play a few games for the seconds and a couple of games for the first side as well. Lelewasa has departed the scene as well. Fantastic scrum by the Cheetahs. Penalty goes their way. They won't go down without a fight. Not on the Toyota Stadium, that is.
Huge scrummage. Fresh legs as well. Aiden Davis, all his experience, looking to make an impact.
Yeah, Aiden Davis, of course, a man that played a lot of rugby in France as well, for Toulouse rather. And another bulky back rower, 112 kgs. Lawrence Victor waiting for his chance, sitting next to the rather forlorn figure of the cornerstone Fury.
Well, Robert Hunt is dominating his scrummages. Look at that, the timing of it, everyone on the same page. No way you're going to stop that.
Pressure on the Vernon Paolo throw. It's pinched once again by the Western Force. The line-out's been a mess for the Toyota Cheetahs. And that's advantage to the Force. Penalty goes their way. You cannot win rugby games, Fudge Mabeda, if you can't win first phase.
Especially if that first phase is a line-out. Around about 50% plus of all tries scored in rugby come from the line-out. And it's surprising to me that they're not using Opa Mohoje, who's a fantastic jumper, especially at the tail of the line out. They look like they're under pressure with Swain coming onto the pitch as well. Darcy Swain connecting with Sam Carter, both of them Wallabies. They'll apply so much pressure to the front and the middle. Opa Mahoja, great option at the back.
The right boot of Bury. That was taken back and it's kicked into the stands. That's a mistake. It wasn't Bury, in fact. It was his replacement, wearing number 22, Kobe Milne. They're giving the Cheetahs chances, the Western Force.
I think that's the big thing for most of the South African teams at this Toyota Challenge. Can you take your chances? Do you have the accuracy? Do you have the preparation and the leadership to be able to make the right decisions in the right areas and do so consistently for 80 minutes?
That's a good point. It is, of course, a springtime rugby. Here in Bloemfontein, the Toyota Challenge, unique, exciting. 300,000 Rand up for grabs for the winner of this game. 10,000 Rand for the Toyota Player of the Match. There's some great prizes on offer for the fans in the stadium as well. Make sure you come to all 3 Toyota Challenge games. Get your sticker in the Macron store on the ground floor. But it's been the Western Force show thus far.
Yeah, again, dominating that breakdown. Shifting, this was really clever play from the hooker Nick Dolly to shift it to Will Harris. Not folding the Toyota Cheetahs and getting into a low body position, and they've kind of sold Asanda Kunene. Good chase from Ustenel, big hit. How good has he been, Harry Potter, catching the player ball and all. Defensively, they've done that so well, the Western Force, to catch that player who's coming around the corner. Yeah, again, dominating that breakdown. Shifting, this was really clever play from the hooker Nick Dolly to shift it to Will Harris. Not folding the Toyota Cheetahs and getting into a low body position, and they've kind of sold Asanda Kunene. Yeah, again, dominating that breakdown. Shifting, this was really clever play from the hooker Nick Dolly to shift it to Will Harris. Not folding the Toyota Cheetahs and getting into a low body position, and they've kind of sold Asanda Kunene. Good chase from Ustenel, big hit. How good has he been, Harry Potter, catching the player ball and all. Defensively, they've done that so well, the Western Force, to catch that player. And they've kind of sold Asanda Kunene. Good chase from Ustenel, big hit. How good has he been, Harry Potter, catching the player ball and all. Defensively, he been Harry Potter, catching the player ball and all. Defensively, they've done that so well, the Western Force, to catch that player. And they've kind of sold Asanda Kunene. Good chase from Ustenel, big hit. How good has he been, Harry Potter, catching the player ball and all. Defensively, they've done that so well, the Western Force, to catch. And they've kind of sold Asanda Kunene. Good chase from Ustenel, big hit. How good has he been, Harry? They've kind of sold Asanda Kunene. Good chase from Ustenel, big hit. How good has he been, Harry Potter, catching the player ball and all. Defensively, well, the Western Force to catch that play.
Kalanis, that's something you learn with experience. You learn that with experience, like I said, Fudge Mabeta. A couple of times this season he's been guilty of just holding on to the ball too long. He made the initial break, it was fantastic. From a great offload from Hartzenberg. One man to be support on the inside. Just let it go, boy.
He's got a really good chip and chase on him as well, Michael Anis. Options, decision making, the youngster will learn.
He has a fantastic talent. Played for the South African under-20 side. Levan Kriya there in picture. The man who took over from Ruan Pienaar when he retired. Quarter of an hour to go in this Toyota Challenge match. Another solid scrum from the Cheetahs, Kobe Milne. lays his right boot into it. Another fantastic kick. This time by the replacement Kobe Milne. It's going to be a Western Force put in. It's a 50-22. And that is a worried face. But there comes the smile from Yandre Smiley Nell. Andal Loebscher right on cue for the camera.
Great story, Andal Loebscher coming from club rugby. Being identified. Big opportunity for him if he gets onto the pitch.
Good line-out play from the Force. Tompkinson draws a good tackle from Wenzel and co. Horton. Oh, that's a solid hit. Harris was that lost forward. Definitely on the second attempt it was. Hartzenberg assessing his options is Revan Kriya. Quick hands now, Michael Annis. Penalty advantage. No. Might have just been a knock-on advantage.
Kobe Milne not falling for any of Michael Annis's sorcery. And you can see the Toyota Cheetahs. This is for me when they're at their most dangerous, when they're willing to attack and use the width of the pitch, the work rate as well, to keep building phases. They can do it from even inside their own 22.
Yeah. He's calmed down a bit. He's not running around as much as he did before. Perhaps he senses 15 points in 13 minutes as a tall order. So impressed with Lele Wasa, the scrum half of the Western Force as well tonight. He's since been replaced by Henry Robertson, and he was born the same town as Nick White, and he attended the world famous King's College. Solid enough scrum. Wenzel, they're going to run it from deep. Ethan Wenzel looking to straighten. Gets the offload away. This is good from the Toyota Cheetahs. Kriya. Hartzenberg trying to get on the outside. He's made plenty of meters with ball in hand as Munir Hartzenberg. Sisonke Vumazonke, previous captain of Grey College, on the field. Now a chance for the Western Force. Another mistake from the hosts. Robertson. Thompson. One of the Cheetahs down in midfield. It looks like it might be Justenel. New penalty advantage to the Western Force. They might just bury the Cheetahs if they score yet. Look at that offload. Kobe Milne, he stretches over. But no. They've come back. Van Whitehouse says there's no score.
Desperate defense here. There's the backdoor pass. Kobe Milne juggles it a little bit. Sanda Kunen, it does well to hold on, and the reach is there. Unlucky not to get that one, Kobe Milne. What an impact he's made coming off the bench. Joined from Murakala Sonics Blues in Japan, Kobe Milne. So many players up with the Wallabies as well. 7 players. A couple of players like Nick White, Tizano, who's doing so well as a loose forward for the Wallabies in his debut season, also doing really well. But it allows for an opportunity for Western Force to build, check out a couple of their youngsters, and I tell you what, a couple of players have really put up their hand. Nick Champion, De Crispini, Will Harris, Captain Reed Princep. There's the initial.
I think they're suspecting a forward pass from Robertson to Kobe Milne. Nothing wrong with a stretch there. I'm going to kick a goal. Current difference 15. This will take it up to 18. And it is Kobe Milne, the man with 61 points in 7 games for the Sanix Blues before he joined the Western Force.
Go Greeley, cover your corner, wait to come.
He raises the flags and the difference is 18 in the City of Roses. Kobe Milne, for a second or so he thought he crashed over, but with 10 minutes remaining, the Cheetahs need a miracle in Bloemfontein. Kickoff was deep and it's charged down by Litan Kool. Lawrence Victor just having a bit of a argy-bargy session there with Harry Potter.
So Lawrence Victor's come onto the pitch as well. Another great performance by Robert Hunt.
Can the Cheetahs fix their lineup? Knows the answer to that question. It's been a horror show, to be honest, at line-out time from the hosts. Kicked to the far side. The chase is on. Was the player on the ground there? Clearly not. Yeah, counteract once again. Fantastic effort. Opa Mahoje got to get up there. Penalty advantage. The Cheetahs have been cleaned out at ruck tonight. The bounce of the ball just evading Matt Greeley. But it's been a powerful performance at ruck time by Western Force.
Yeah, what's impressive about that is that it's backline players as well, showing incredible technique. Low body position, driving up, using their feet, not putting hands on the ball, making sure they drive through the ruck as well, so that one of their players can pick it up behind them. It's excellent work, binding onto other players, identifying who's sealing off the ball and making sure you remove them through the gate. So many things can go wrong when you're counter-rucking. The Western Force have been pretty much perfect in that regards of the game.
Reed Prinsep, the captain of the Western Force, he's obviously decided, look, 25,000 Aussie dollars, good pocket money for us here on tour. So we're going to keep taking our points. We're not going to take any chances. We're going to split the bucks later on. You know, Bloemfontein, you know, do a little bit of sightseeing.
They're not loving that. They're not loving that decision making at all.
The strike was good from Kobe Milne. Flegler raised. And 38 plays 17 in Bloemfontein. The difference is 21. 7 minutes remain. And a man from Grey College says hello to the cameras. Has the lineups been the Achilles heel and the thing that cost the Cheetahs here tonight in Bloemfontein? It's good height on the kickoff from Ethan Wenzel. Robertson digs for it. And that's been one of the keys to their success. Their exit play tonight has been oh so good, the Western Force.
Yeah, what they've done really well for me is pressure rugby. Chrono, Eggleston, the coaching staff, they'll be very happy with the performance from a lot of their youngsters, but a couple of the old heads as well who have returned, and their new recruits. Cohesion working nicely. It's hard to believe that for most of these players it will be their first big match, besides of course that game they played in a warm-up to this spring series against Perth Gold.
Korea finds Wenzel eventually. The Cheetahs want a line out, and just look what they do from there. It's Michael Annis going on the outside, ankle tap by Kobe Milne, losing it forward. When it doesn't go your way, it doesn't go your way. He had the beating of Kobe Milne on the outside all day long. And in Afrikaans they say skaapvang. He was geskaapvang by Kobe Milne.
Yeah, well, the player's got your number. I mean, the player's got your number, right? Michael Annis, they can't believe it on the bench. Surely it's a try here. Great short pass from Munier Hartzenberg, one of the standout players for the Toyota Cheetahs over the past 2 seasons. Remember, they've lost postman Dan Kasende. It's been a standout outside back for the Toyota Cheetahs. But like I said, a lot of big positives. Yandre Nel, one of them. Ethan Wenzel, huge standout.
Reed Prinsep, the captain, leaving the field. He's replaced by just to make sure who Reed Prinsep has been replaced by. Faji, just about 4 minutes to go. Going to talk about a player of the match as we see Michael Annis there once again. Trying to go around the outside, and Kobe Milne, by the skin of his teeth, an extra fingernail length, and he was past him.
Had to go full stretch as well. Kobe Milne, what a dive, great commitment. What an ankle tap as well. Devastating for Michael Annis.
Faji, we've got to speak about the player of the match, the Toyota player of the match. Now, usually this is a very difficult conversation. I believe tonight it's not that difficult. I believe there's a standout on the field, it's easy. I'm going to give you the honor.
Yeah, no, I think Harry Potter, we just saw his center partner, Theo Tompkinson, set up one of Harry Potter's tries. Just been excellent on defense. We've seen his efforts, try-scoring effort against Yandre Nel. 2 tries in the basket. He's been good all over the park.
Yeah, and then we also got to talk about the legendary moment of the match. And you know, there's been a few. That very first try by Harry Potter was a good moment. There's Ria van Kriel put some good pressure on, but he concedes the penalty, and the discipline of the Toyota Cheetahs has really cost them tonight. They've conceded a lot of penalties. But it will not be Harry Potter's first try, I believe. That'll be the moment of the match. Fudge Mabeda, I don't know if you can think back, but that offload from Theo Tompkinson to to Harry Potter, 12-13 around the back. That was an absolutely pivotal moment in this rugby match.
Yeah, to be on your way to the ground, 2 defenders on you, and to be able to reach out like that with one hand and put it in the breadbasket. A gut pass to Harry Potter. Very impressive Theo Tompkinson. Chip and chase was great as well. Harry Potter's first try.
In the midfield, gets set up by the force. On the blind side. Now, just look at the hands, and eventually lost forward. But there is of course a challenge to that moment of the match. I know it's been in a losing cause, but that will try by the Shimla trio of Yandre Nel, Ethan Wenzel and Michael Annis. The hands, the 2 offloads. That was also a really, really good moment in the match. Your vote goes for?
Well, Harry Potter almost got his hat-trick with that one. That could have been, but I must agree with you there. The Toyota Cheetahs, that interchange, offloading, linking up really nicely, scoring a 50 plus meter try. Impressive. For me, that'll be my moment of the match.
There you go then, the Toyota moment of the match. That'll bring them 5,000 rand as the try from Michael Annis in the left-hand corner, the fullback of the Toyota Cheetahs, after some fantastic interplay between Jandre Nel and Ethan Wenzel rather. The last pass going to Michael Annis for the Toyota moment of the match. Ethan Wenzel, lovely little short offload. Grabbers through. And with half a minute to go, Toyota Cheetahs have run out of time. Your Toyota player of the match in this Toyota Challenge is the number 13 of the Western Force, Harry Potter. What a game he's had, and the Toyota moment of the match belongs to Jandre Nel, Ethan Wenzel, and the finisher, Michael Annis, for going over in the left-hand corner, the fullback of the Toyota Cheetahs with the moment of the match. Just to confirm the moment of the match, the try from Michael Annis, the fullback of the Toyota Cheetahs. And the Cheetahs throwing absolutely everything at the Western Force in this dying minutes. All too little, too late. Ethan Wenzel, as per usual, he's tried his heart out. Penalty to the hosts. It'll be the Western Force who claim 300,000 Rand or 25,000 Australian dollars here tonight at the Toyota Stadium. Lots of new recruits. They had one warm-up match before they came on this African safari to take part in the Toyota Challenge. Cheetahs, of course, coming off a pretty iffy yet relatively successful Currie Cup campaign. Wenzel takes it to the line. He's dangerous when he does that, Ethan Wenzel. Revan Kriya runs himself into trouble. Andel Lopesha, who's on the field as well, gets it away to Vernon Paulo. He'll finish the game on a high for the Toyota Cheetahs. And the scoreboard will look slightly more respectful towards the Toyota Cheetahs, the home side. But in this first game of the Toyota Challenge of 2024, they have well and truly met their match. The Western Force perhaps started the game as slight underdogs, as they are on tour and they're touring without a lot of their star players who are part of that Wallaby setup currently. Vernon Paulo collects the pass. A good one from Andel Lopesha. And he shows a clean pair of heels to go in unopposed under the post. And Lopesha adds the conversion with a drop goal. But in the first game of the Toyota Challenge of 2024, it is the Cheetahs who will shake hands with the Western Force, but they'll feel the pressure and the pain of a big loss on their home paddock. There's been some standout performances, and the man of the match, or the Toyota player of the match, and none other than Harry Potter. He scored a hat-trick in a previous encounter in the Toyota Challenge. He waved his magic wand here tonight again. Did Harry Potter, scored a brace, and he was part of a few very good moments in that game. On the side of the Cheetahs, good performances from Ethan Wenzel and Michael Annis. Annis part of the moment of the match, so was Ethan Wenzel. But the final score then here in the first game of the Toyota Challenge, it is the Western Force 38 and the hosts the Toyota Cheetahs 24.